All right, so here's the last problem that we're going to use to practice adding up molar masses. I've got calcium here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different isotopes. The relative abundances are a lot different than they were before. So these are some smaller ones with one large one, but I'm going to process everything exactly the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and take those natural abundances and divide them by 100 in order to calculate the percent abundance in decimal form. Now that I have all of those percent abundances in decimal form, I'm going to do some moving around in order to use this as an easy way to do the multiplication and then later on the addition. So remember, I'm going to multiply all these together to get the product of the mass and the percent abundance, and then I add them all together. That's how we do a weighted average. And so I'm going to go ahead and take the product of each one of these different masses and abundances. For the first product, I get 38.740,135 AMU. The next product, I get 0.271472 AMU. For calcium 43, I get 0.057994 AMU. For calcium 44, it's 0.916911 AMU. For calcium 46, it's 0.001838 AMU. And finally, for calcium 48, I get 0.089671 AMU. Now, I am going to add them all together, but I got to keep track of the significant figures along the way, so I want to do that examination from the product now. So for the first product, it was 5 sig figs in the percent abundance. The percent abundance is the limiting factor each time here. The rule is least number of sig figs. So it was 5 for the first product. So that's the 0 in this case. It was 3 for the next product. That's the 1. It was 3 for the third product. That's the 9. For the fourth product, for calcium 44, it was 4 sig figs. That's the 9 as well. For the calcium 46, there's only 1 sig fig, and so that's 1 in this case. For the final product, calcium 48, there were 3 sig figs, and so that's the 6 in that last product. So now that I've got the sig figs notated, I can go and add them all together. And when I do add them all together in my calculator, I get 40.078021 AMU. Now, I do need to apply the addition rule, and the addition rule is least number of decimal places. So figuring out the decimal places, I see that I had 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, and 4 as the final number of decimal places. So the least number of decimal places is 3. So I'm going to round it to that 8. The number behind the 8 is 0, so I just need to drop everything else. So the final answer I report is 40.07 AMU. All right, thanks guys.